What's going on, everybody? I want to take some time to let you guys know that if you have an addiction, the first step to an addiction is admitting that you have a problem. I would like to admit that I have a problem, I have an addiction, and I would like to let you guys know about it. My addiction is I'm addicted to Dynas. I'm sorry. That's it. I'm addicted to Dynas. I think drugs would have been cheaper than this hobby, but here we are, and now I'm addicted to Dynas. So, with that being said, let's go through my Dynas that I have currently, because I added one earlier this week that you guys have not seen yet, and probably was not the best financial decision I've ever made in my entire life. But let's go through it, because there might be a silver lining at the end of it for everybody involved. First things first is I have this 03 Dyna Lowrider Anniversary Edition. This thing is a cream puff. So this Dyna, whenever I bought it, had maybe 6,000 miles on it. I got it just over a year ago, right at a year ago, something like that. Bone stock. And I took some pawpaw stuff off of it. You can kind of see up there some of the stuff. And then there's some other stuff in the back that way that came off of it. Besides that, this bike was bone stock. I put some suspension on it, front and rear, a seat, a couple of thrash and supply stuff. Nothing major, because the bike ran so good. What's the point of sinking a ton of money into it whenever you just want to enjoy it? Because in my opinion, Dynas or motorcycles similar to those are the pinnacle of just the motorcycle experience. Yes, I've got a 24 Street Glide. Yes, I love riding my 24 Street Glide, but it's just something about getting on a Dyna or an older Harley Davidson and just going out, filling the motorcycle, and getting out on the road, and Dynas offer that for me. There are other bikes that can do it for other people, but just something about a Dyna. So let's take a look at some of my other ones. I am going to gloss over the one I bought earlier this week, so that way I can go and show you guys the other one that I've had for, I don't know, it's like a year and a half, almost 2 years. Year and a half. So, anyways. That right there is an 06 Super Glide. I will find a photo and I'll post it right here. This 06 Super Glide I bought, actually I traded a vehicle for it, and my plans were for that one was to just have a really nice Dyna. I actually bought it before I bought that 03. Anyways, so this 06, I bought it. I could see it was a little clapped out through all the photos, and whenever I went and first looked at the bike, it kind of looked clapped out, but I was like, I can work through it. I got it back to the shop and instantly realized, yeah, I got. That thing was definitely Dyna broed out. It had never been taken care of. No maintenance. Master cylinders front and rear were completely caked up. Whenever I really started looking at the engine, the casings are, let me see if I can get a good, you can see where it's all pitted out. Right in here, it's all pitted out. You can see that all of the powder coat is starting to come off of it. So then I kind of started wondering, I mean, if I'm going to be sinking the money into this thing, do I put the ugly engine back in it, or do I sink some money into it, strip the casings down, and go have them repowder coated to black, and just make the bike a nice black and chrome bike? Or do I put that engine back in? I don't know. It was a good running engine, good running trans, good running primary, good running everything. So it's just been sitting there in pieces, which I've got the 03 to kind of, feed the addiction of going out and riding a Dyna. Now, so I have a 1-year-old daughter. I was watching a Copart bid on an 08 Super Glide that had been in a flood. Photos didn't look horrible, but I was watching it. I'd never messed with a Copart live auction before, so I had my mouse and I was just kind of going all over the screen, you know. Or if you've ever had a daughter, then, or a kid, especially an infant to toddler, you know, whenever you're trying to get them to sleep, flaring their bodies all around. I don't want to fall asleep and they pass out, right? So she was flaring her body around while I was watching this Copart. She smacks the mouse and hit bid. That is not a lie. That is what happened. And she bid on it, which caused me to be the high bidder, and then the auction went off at the high bid. So Now, did I get a good deal? Yes. I could part this bike out and make a lot of money on it. So that's why I'm kind of up in the air on what I want to do. So let's take a look at my next Dyna right here. This right here is an '08 Super Glide. And as you can tell, whoever had this before me, 100% hell yeah, brothered this bike. This bike is so brothered out that you couldn't have any more brothers to it. Between the flame paint job, the little tiny seat, the big old ape hangers, brother. They took off the mid controls. Didn't even take out the mid controls. Just left parts of them in there to put forward controls on it. And just brothered this thing out. Now, this thing is like super brothered out. I was able to do a little bit to it. I haven't done much because if I decide to do anything with it, I prefer to record it for you guys. But I did go through it. I have pulled spark plugs so far. There is a tiny bit of corrosion inside the cylinders. Nothing major. At the very most, maybe pull the jugs and dingleberry. At the very most. You might not even have to do that. I might be able to just put some mystery oil in the engine, spin it over, and it might clear itself out. That's how little it is in there. It does need an ignition switch from being in the flood. It doesn't work right, so I pulled the plug, bypassed it. All the electrical system kicks on, minus the tach. So that's not that big of a deal. But here is where I'm kind of up in the air. The engine, transmission, and primary look to be in way better condition than what's in that one back there. I haven't pulled the caps on my master cylinder. They look like crap. But I think there is some good stuff on this bike that I could make that one a good running bike again and make it to what I want. Now, if I decide to do that, that would be on this channel, and I would need to let you guys kind of choose what you want to do. Do we want to sink some money into a flood bike and try and get this thing running again? I can get the title for it. I have the South Carolina title. I've already been approved by the DMV to get a North Carolina title for it. So I can title that bike just fine. I've got the title for that one, back there, that '06. That is a clean title bike. So, or sorry, '07, '08. I don't know what years I've been saying in this video. It's an '07 back there apart. That's an '08. So they are both 96-inch. They are both 6 speeds. They're pretty much identical bikes, just 1 year difference. That one was hell yeah brothered out. The one in the back was Dyna broed out. But I think that we can make a really sweet bike out of both of them. If I decide to do that, though, it's not just going to be a let me slap all the parts together and make a running bike. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think. Here are some of my thoughts on if I do this. I plan to pull the engine, trans, and primary out of the flooded bike on the account that I can get the flooded bike's engine to run. I think I can before I start doing all of the teardown. I would like to try and get it running in that bike before I pull it out and put it in the other one. We'll see if we're going to do that. But I have dreams of what I want to do with that. So I've already got this '03 right here. That is just, that's my bike. That's what I like riding. I've got a 17-year-old daughter. She hops on that bike and rides. I don't have a fairing on it. I don't plan on putting a fairing on it. That's just my, let's go out and get some wind in my hair. Even though I'm starting to lose my hair, that's what I like to do. Just go out and get some wind in my hair. But what I plan on doing with that one back there is making a FXRT or Lowrider ST, like that style bike, into one of those Dynas. Either A, with an Advent Black Lowrider ST front fairing on it with some bags, or if I want to do a FXRT style fairing. There's a few different ones out on the market. I'm still up in the air on what I would want to do fairing wise on it, but I want to have just a kind of a sport touring bike out of those. Full suspension, everything in that. The bags, it's not going to be big, heavy bags. It'll just be some like Leather Pros or that style of bag to go on it. The Thrash and Supply style bag, something small, lightweight, but still gives me that, you know, I can get in it and go ride a weekend on that. With the fixed fairing on the front of it, like an FXRT or like the Lowrider ST, just something along those lines. That's my plans on it. Let me know what you guys think. It's going to be kind of a performance build, and in essence of, I don't plan on doing a whole lot of engine performance. Max cams, maybe. It's kind of up in the air. But just a nice intake exhaust, a Thunder Max with some good tuning on it, and then the performance is going to come out of the braking system I plan on doing on it, front and rear suspension that I want to do to it, and that sort of stuff. So that way I can go out, crush a lot of miles, hit some back corner roads, and just have a good running, reliable bike that I can take some long trips on if I don't want to take the Street Glide. I know this is some rambling, but let me know what you guys think. Should we try and fix the flood bike, or should I fix the 07 in the back, put that one back together with parts from the flood bike, and then part out the rest of it? I could technically get rid of the frame, sell the frame as a titled frame, because it is a titled frame for the flood bike. It'll just be a salvage title. Either way, it's a titled frame that they could put, and if somebody's got a damaged frame on that year range Dyna, then by all means, they could have that. And then I would still have the engine, transmission, and primary, and all of that fun stuff. I will have a whole other tin set that I could sell. So technically, I could make some decent amount of money on just parting out stuff between the two to make one functional bike. That's my plans. Why don't you guys let me know what I should do? I'll leave it up to you guys. I know I don't have tons of views on these videos yet. My other YouTube channel has a lot more subscribers than this one, but I'm hoping to build this one up. So let's do a hashtag save the Super Glide. Let's save the Super Glide. Should we do a Super Glide FXRT style, or should we do a Super ST with the ST front end on it? Let me know if you guys are like me and you have an addiction to old Harleys, and it makes you feel good, right? It's almost like taking a puff. No, don't take puffs. Don't take puffs. Enjoy Harleys. They're more expensive than drugs, but you'll have more fun. Catch you guys on the next one. And like I said, just let me know what I should do with these bikes. Thank you guys. Catch you on the next one, and stay tuned, because I'm about to do some tires and some maintenance on this 03 to get it running again, because New Year's Day, I decided to just roast that tire. But I've got some new ones ready to go in, and then I want to bleed the brakes and just kind of do some basic maintenance on it. Catch you guys on the next one. Thank you. And always remember, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let's get this channel up just a little bit, so that way I can justify sinking tons of money into those bikes for the viewers and me. I'll say it's for the viewers more, but it's really for me. Catch you guys later.